All right, welcome back to another episode of Unpredictable, everybody. I'm your lovely host, John Orsino, and today I think we got a little bit of an interesting episode. This guy right here has been my brother, my best friend for the better part of, like a fucking decade or some sort.
Yep.
Other than being, such a close friend, he's also been a teammate of mine in basketball for about 50% of my basketball career. So everybody, a big welcome to Mr. Clutch, Connor Nicholson.
What's going on, guys?
So Con, I want to, maybe a little summary of, how we grew up, how we initially met. I know we started playing, against each other. I was at St. Charles, you were at St. Clair. Well, there was lunatics on your team. You had Kirshner, Ramhold, Paul Francomano.
We had a little squad.
Yeah, you had a little squad.
It
was good. But yeah, no, dive in.
I would say definitely was not a fan of the St. Charles kids. I could not fucking
I don't
stand
think
you guys.
I don't think I was a fan of most of them either.
You guys had some crew. Very, very unlikable group of people.
Yeah, that's a good word to use.
Even yeah. But no, even basketball wise, I would say we always went at it.
Always.
Before we really even knew each other.
It's funny. I was just thinking the other day. I remember when we were playing each other at St. Charles, and I was guarding you, and I came up to you in the corner, and I go, "Yo, Con, so how's everything going?" He goes, "Wife and kids, everything's good." We were 12 years old. It was the 4th grade. And I think ever since then, we became very close friends.
Yeah, we started playing AAU. What was the first? Was
I
it?
think we were Stingrays or Lightning.
Lightning. So we had Fish as our coach.
Fish, and then he started.
We had
an elite,
which
was a very. Oh my god, bro! Do you remember when Kevin Bayside fought the guy with one arm? He was a father. That was.
Bro.
I remember. So we were in the game, and I think I was in foul trouble or some shit, and Fisher subbed me out for Kev. So I went up to Kev. I was like, "Yo, Kev, that kid right
with the
there,
red hair,
with the red hair." I was like, "Yo, go after him." So the next play, the kid hits the fucking floor, man. And they just started throwing hands, and all you see was this guy with one arm come out of nowhere and decks Kevin. Yo, that was
my mom had to go back a year later in court.
I think there was
to testify.
I think there was a few lawsuits in that. But
Joe Holt. It was always a fucking scene.
Yeah,
remember when
if there wasn't a scene,
his father had to leave and go through the woods because the cops came after him.
Yeah,
in Lakewood. It was in Lakewood, New Jersey.
Yeah, there was something always going on, something special. But after AAU, we went to Farrell, and that's then we were finally teammates.
Yeah.
Forever. But who was our first coach there? Was it Fitz?
Mike.
Was it Dunn?
Mike.
It was Dunn. Yeah, that first.
I had Mike all 4 years.
You did. That was a interesting 4 years. Not just basketball, but as students there, the fact that we made it through those 4 years of high school,
but
it's incredibly impressive. Incredibly impressive.
My dad had to do something to keep me in that school.
Yeah, no.
It was definitely on my fine line towards the end of the year.
God. If we didn't have, Coach Dunn saved me that one time when I got in a little spat with, what was it, Miss Joyce. When I hit Donato,
laid her out.
Yeah, laid her out. She hit the brick wall pretty hard. There was blood everywhere. But that was good.
I think my favorite memory of Farrell was when we skipped mass.
Yeah, with Glenn.
We fucking hid in the closet, and then one by one we get called down to Bez's office.
But Glenn didn't get called.
He was like, "Nicholson, were you there?" I'm like, "Yeah." I remember. It's funny because I had the whole lie in my head. He was asking me questions, and he's like, "Where were you?" I was like, "I was sitting right next to Paul Spano." I remember. It's funny. That was his name. What I said, Paul Spano. He's like, "How many priests were there?" I'm like, "I don't know.
This is when you were fucked.
I'm like, "You're average, two."
He
was, "How tall were they?" I'm like,
"Yeah, this is
your average height, 6 foot."
Yeah.
He was 0 for 2. He goes, "There was 8 priests. The smallest is 4'11", and then it's some fucking 7'1" priest."
My God. What was great is after we got in trouble. I think immediately. I think they found they called
had
us
us on
down.
camera.
Yeah. So Glenn, we see him later on in the day. He was like, "Yo, you guys got caught. That's crazy." But he didn't get called down. Then 15 minutes to the bell rings, so we leave. They call Glenn. Glenn, please come down to the dean's office. And yeah, I think we had to write a letter of apology to Monsignor Whalen for skipping the mass.
Not bad kids, just did stupid shit.
No, we weren't bad. That's definitely weren't bad. But we just did some stupid things. It was the mass.
We were mature.
Now I think you took the cake for most immature. I think you were the most immature person ever. But you handled your business well. You knew what was important, and I remember when you threw the snowball through in the parking lot.
Mrs. Alfredo, I fucking right off a windshield.
Oh my god! I thought for sure that was your last time. I thought you were screwed after that.
Did I get suspended for that?
No, I don't think. I don't think you
got suspended. Yes, I did. Not from school, but I couldn't play in the city playoffs.
Oh, that's right.
Over some bullshit.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god!
I think that was it.
That was the last game because we played
All Hallows.
We played All Hallows. I remember. Yeah, that was the game after I had the concussion. Actually.
Yeah.
Great transition, actually. So that game when we played St. Peter's at CSI, I hit the floor, and I remember someone telling me, I don't know who it was. It might have been Damien or Scalia. One of the two. They were like, Connor was like, yo, he's fine. He's going to get up. And then they brought in the stretcher.
I was like, oh, fuck.
But dude, that was legit. That was like one of the last basketball games I've ever played. If you really think about it. Competitive, yeah. Because if I didn't have that concussion that day, I would have never found out about my little issue going on.
Which I think is so crazy.
It's wild. How
so
shit
crazy.
Works out. I mean, yeah, that was like not the very last game, but that was our last high school game. Then we had the All Hallows, and then you went to Mount.
Mm-hmm.
I went to FDU, and then that's when I really started. I remember actually coming up to you and Steph, and I said, I found out I have this benign tumor in the back of my head. I might have to have surgery. And I remember both your guys' reaction was like, he's going to be all right.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a casual conversation, and then like fast forward to now, and wow, really, really bit the bullet there.
Right.
But so I went to FDU, you went to Mount, and I started, like every, couple months I would have to go to the MRI, I would have to get the brain scan, whatever, and they'd have to make sure it wasn't growing. And then, fast forward, I think it was 5 years from the concussion, and that's when I had the surgery. So my question for you is you knew what I was like as an athlete beforehand. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like you knew, like me and you were, we were a pretty good duo in high school. Like people knew who we were.
Yeah.
But
the one too.
Yeah. How did you feel about that whole situation? Like, I know it was pretty fucked up.
Well, I remember when it first initially happened.
Right.
At CSI, when you hit your head.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody thought it was that crazy, right? Going, all right, just going.
Absolutely.
When you got rolled out on the stretcher, I was like, ooh, fuck.
Yeah, that was
this might be some serious shit.
Mm-hmm.
But no, because it's funny because I remember we were playing in that men's league afterwards, right before your surgery. We were playing at the Y.
Oh, that's right.
On the next level, me, you, George, Casey, and you literally played. I want to say it was a couple days before your surgery, maybe 3 days.
Holy shit! I completely forgot about that league.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
leading up to it, I really didn't think much of it. Like me and as well as everyone else.
Very underplayed.
Yeah, I don't
very
think,
underplayed.
I didn't know the consequences. I didn't know like how long I'd be dealing with a lot of this shit. So I just kind of thought I'd have the surgery and I'd walk out the other side. Like that's literally what I thought.
A couple rough days and then just get back to it.
Exactly, a couple rough days. But wow, completely wrong on that one. But I completely forgot about that league because that was like right before. And then we also had that other league where we were playing in the park.
In the Berries.
The Berries.
UCL.
That was when, I don't know who was on our team. I think we had Devin Dunn.
Me, you, Dev, Dylan Burns, Sean Dillon.
That's what I remember. And we also had the dude from your school.
Gerard Nacera.
Gerard, correct. Tall dude.
Yep. Bucket. Kid's a bucket.
But yeah, I mean, it was crazy because it was very underplayed. I kept that shit under wraps. I mean, not necessarily under
wraps.
Well, that's
how you've always been like that. Like, just keep it.
Yeah, I like
keep it to yourself, and
not really
you deal with
how
you deal with it,
which is a blessing and a curse, I guess. If in the grand scheme of things, but yeah, I mean, I kept it pretty hush, and yeah, back to when I told you and Steph. I mean, as you two and as well as pretty much everyone else I told about it, everyone was like, "Oh, all right, like have the surgery, and we'll see you next week."
Yeah,
and that's kind of hearing that from everybody made me think, okay, like maybe this isn't going to be that bad. Just have the surgery and again and walk out. And I remember Stefano was like, yeah, someone similar had a surgery and they had the laser treatment where they just lasered a tumor out. Hearing that also made me think like, well, holy shit, like this can't be that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Now, did anybody tell you, like, the severity of the the process you were going to go through?
So it was
beforehand?
Always, there was never like a definite, like for my doctor, like the guy who actually, like my surgeon, they never really told me like I'd be recovering for 3 to 5 years. You know, it was never said like I'd be dealing with all these issues and shit like that. And I would ask, like, is anybody else had similar surgeries? Like, what were their symptoms to get an idea? And he said it's a very rare condition, like, and everyone is different.
Reacts
different. The specific tumor I had is normally, or it's usually found in younger children. So kids have it at, like, from 8 to 12 years old or something like that, their elementary years. So for I was 23 at the time when I had the surgery.
And 17 when they found it.
Yeah, pretty crazy. But I don't think, like, I forget the actual statistic. It was like 1 in like a million, like, kids my age would have to have this surgery.
That's crazy.
Pretty wild shit. So that also made me think, like, okay, maybe it's not as serious. Maybe it'll be okay because no one, like, and that was another thing. Every time I spoke to a surgeon or medical professional or whatever, they would just tell me, like, they acted so casual about the topic. They didn't really say, like, oh, you won't be able to see out of your left eye for several months. You're gonna be having these balance issues.
They gave you a broad.
Yeah, they gave me a broad spectrum of, okay, you might have to deal with this. There was not one person who told me I would be in a wheelchair. Not one.
That's fucked.
You know, how
so
crazy. There's not one person who told me that I would be in the hospital for a month. That was the most fucked part, is waking up and...
Yo, cameraman, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah, what's going on here, man?
Nothing to see here.
You sweating?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I'm a little drenched myself. It's a little hot
It gets a little humid down here, I'm not gonna lie.
My ears are getting a little red, I feel them.
Yeah, bro, under some weird shit's going on.
It's alright.
But no one told me shit. That was a very...
I was probably waking up like... I couldn't imagine, like, I'd probably wake up and be like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I know. I got asked a lot of weird questions,
It was probably so repetitive.
It was, oh my God, it was super repetitive. That was the thing I really hated. Like, I explained this in a previous episode. Like, you get shown sympathy. Like, when you, like, let's just say when you get hurt.
Yeah.
Like, yo, can I help you with this? Can I help you with that? There's that, which is perfectly fine. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But then there's over sympathy.
Yeah.
To the point
like,
where you sit there and you're almost expecting someone to, like, want to help you. Which I thought was incredibly fucking annoying.
Yeah.
I really did hate that. And that was like I started getting that feeling like 3 days after my surgery. So it was just brutal. But the realization, like, that no one told me shit, and waking up after my surgery realizing, like, they should have told me some shit.
Yeah.
That messed me up a little bit. That made me think, like, that gave me major trust issues.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't you tell me, like,
and that it happened like in a, like, core part of your life too.
Dude,
where, like, you were done, like, you would transition from, like, basketball player into, obsessed with fitness, work,
everything. Like, it was.
You and Steph were doing the tweak. You were like in the core of that, and then I mean, it's crazy. I show people, they're like, oh, yo, how's your boy John doing, this and that?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I'm like, he's good. I remember when that your sister made that video for you.
Right, yeah.
I was watching that video, and whatever song that is, dude, just...
Fix
Oh,
You
my
by
God.
Coldplay.
Dude, it's crying like a little bitch.
It's crazy because she was making I didn't know she was making it at first. It was kind of like a surprise. So she gave me a little snippet. She's like, listen, I need you to pick one song and tell me, like, real quick and don't ask questions. That was the first song I sent her. Only song I sent her.
I think I was at work.
What a song, right?
Was I working? I think I was at work. And I'm watching it. Bro, and, like, the tears just start flowing down my face. And then I watch it, like, 3 times, and then I'm just letting the song play. And I'm like, yo, this is a sad fucking song. And then it picks up, and, like, you start taking your first steps, and, like, the music, and I'm like, yo, I gotta shut this thing off, bro.
That song was excellent.
But like I was saying, I show people, and they're like, bro, it looks like the kid didn't fucking skip a beat.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
which,
like, yeah,
again, blessing and a curse.
I'm like, yeah,
yeah,
it's a fucking beast.
Yeah.
Like,
people, like, they see me and they think, okay, he can't be struggling that bad. That's
like, is he overplaying?
Yeah.
The whole
then
thing?
I got people who think, like, okay, well, now he's milking that shit.
Yeah.
You know, there's some people who don't quite understand. Like, I'd probably say there's maybe, like, 10 people max who really understand what I have to deal with. Like, you can't necessarily see that I have vision issues.
Yeah.
You can't see it all, actually.
That's why you just gotta, can't give a fuck what people think.
Oh, no,
I've gotten past that point in my life where I'm like,
what?
Dude, I don't give a
No,
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give it. Like,
especially in Staten Island, everyone's got something to say.
oh my God.
Everyone.
You know, that irks me. I hate it so much that people have that negative criticism. That pisses me. Oh my God, it pisses me off. But you said I was in my prime years. So I had the surgery when I was 23 years old. I had just graduated college. I was 2 weeks after I graduated. I had started the tweet thing. And I was really starting to develop it. Like, I was starting to find my passion with certain things, with fitness and all that other shit. I was like, I had a job lined up. I was going to start working. And then I found out about the surgery. So I kind of had to, adapt to different surroundings. I had to figure out, okay, well, I'm going to have this surgery, and the recovery time is technically, I'm still recovering.
Yeah.
I'm still recovering from surgery, and this is fucking almost 3 years now. So I'm still trying to figure out where my next path is. That's the negative side. But the positive side is I probably never would have found my voice. I probably never would have found out, like you said, you can't really give a fuck what someone says about you, because if you're truly, you truly want to do something, you find a way and you do it. Like, not everyone's going to want to sit in front of, like, a fucking camera and a microphone and discuss some shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the one positive thing I probably found from the surgery is I've learned to just speak up about certain things. I'm not afraid to share my thoughts. That's one thing I would probably say that I've taken away from this whole thing.
And like Dan said it, and then you talked about it with Steph too on the episode, about the whole Goggins thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm big on
You got deep into Goggins also.
I got deep into Goggins, and then the motherfucking CEO. That's a very good podcast that I suggest everybody watch.
Yeah, no,
very
I've
good.
Never heard of
like, even they say, like,
CEO.
Motherfucking CEO.
I like the name. That's a cool name.
Yeah, he's a fucking badass. This guy, Andy. But like he was saying, like, dude, like, you and Steph have the Tweaked, right? I have Nxt Lvl. You have this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many people probably like when I first started Nxt Lvl, I was in college and I was coming home.
Before you explain what Nxt Lvl is.
So I run a basketball training business.
Right.
I do grades all the way from beginner, like preschool, like biddies, all the way up to I train kids in college, Division II, Division 1
really
kids, a lot of Division 1 girls.
Quite a, what's the word? There's a gathering, I guess. That's definitely not the word, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
A following.
And it was definitely a process.
Yeah, I mean, let me just say, listen, if you're in Staten Island or Brooklyn, Jersey, anywhere, really, this dude is an all-out, like, great fucking trainer. You gotta, I don't think there's anybody better on Staten Island as far as training goes.
Love this shit.
Yeah. Incredibly good. this man would knock it. Oh my God! There's a reason why they call him Connor Clutch. Let's be real here. Absolutely lethal from behind the line. Oh my God, disgusting.
But
that was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, continue at Next Level. What did you?
No, I was doing it. I started off in college. I was at college, and obviously, I have no job in college. I'm fucking getting fucked up every weekend, probably every day of the week, honestly.
Yeah, Mount St. Mary was a scary place.
I mean, I didn't know how it was. I had no money. I had no job.
Like a typical college student.
I had fucking difficult birthday money, and I would fucking beg my parents for money.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yo, someone asked me to work out their kid basketball wise. So I was like, all right. So I was coming back. One kid, who was it? When I first started working out, I want to say it was this girl, Angelina Hodgins. She's going to be a freshman at C next year.
Okay.
I was working.
So young.
She was young.
Yeah.
She was young. She's good now. She's going to be a freshman on varsity next year.
So this was like 5 years ago.
This was probably like 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I was driving from Mount all the way to Staten Island every Saturday.
Damn.
I would train her. Mm-hmm. I would work out. Whatever price I charged. That would be my money for the weekend. I would drive all the way back, fucking spend that Saturday night, and I would just not go out, eat till the next Saturday, and then I would just do it all again. And then little by little, I'd be going back another Saturday, I'd be training 2 kids, then 3 kids. Mm-hmm. Then it was just all word of mouth, and I would go back every Saturday. My boy Ian would take the ride with me.
Ian.
He'd come all the way from Mount St. Mary upstate. He'd film for me. And then I just started getting more clients. And then when I got home,
you became very passionate.
I was hesitant to do it because I know everyone, I'm better than him. Mm-hmm. I'm this. How is he training kids? So I was hesitant to put it out.
Right.
I remember I started off, I forgot what it was. The flyer actually came up in my memories. It was some bullshit flyer.
Mm-hmm. No, I remember when you first got started.
It was training sessions, yada yada. I had a couple, local kids, like St. Clair kids, because I'm always helping out the parish over there.
I remember you had the gym.
Yeah,
you were always in that fucking gym. That was easily. I feel like that was the best thing for you because you had a space where you were able to, really, develop this following. Your people really want to see you.
Yeah, no, it was good. I would help out there with. I would work, Sundays, the games and stuff. Mm-hmm. I would work the snack stand, and then in return they let me rent. I would rent the gym. Mm-hmm. But it was good. It was really word of mouth, and then I decided. I think it was my sister actually. She's like, you should change the name. I had elite basketball training, or something like that.
My dad
was like, you gotta stick with it. You have to stick with that name. I'm like, that name's fucking whack. That name is whack. I need. So my sister's like, what about Next Level? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, but Nxt Lvl. I'm like, oh shit, that's pretty.
Yeah, it's unique.
That's pretty dope.
It's unique.
And if you think about it, the term Next Level is used by so many coaches, trainers.
It is.
It's very.
So it was smart at the same time that you chose to spell it that way.
Yeah.
It was extremely smart because you probably would have got sued down the long run. You probably would have got lit up.
I probably would have got fucking lit up with a bunch of lawsuits. But no, man, it's going good. I love it.
For Nikki, huh?
I mean, yeah.
No, but fast forward to now, you have a lot of kids looking to train. You got this camp going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very happy with the outcome.
Exactly. So that's what ultimately, you get started with something. You're gonna have those people who doubt what you're doing. They're always gonna have something bad to say, like you said. All the bullshit aside. But then, they start to see the consistency that you have with. They start to see the actual passion.
Well, that's what it is. They don't see I would go to the gym sometimes where I'm paying $150 to rent the gym.
Yeah.
And I don't even make that in a trip. When I first started, I'd be paying $150, and I'd be going to train kids losing money.
Yeah.
Just to keep my name out there.
Yeah.
They don't see that. They don't. You know what I mean? There was sometimes I'd go to a gym, I'd train one kid, he'd give me $20, and now I got to pay $100 for rent. You know what I'm saying?
But you got to spend money to make money, though.
It's
literally how it works.
It worked out now. I mean, besides that, working on in Coney Island on the ambulance, and then I literally 6:30 p.m., 6:30 a.m. On my days on, I don't sleep. I go right,
bro. You really don't sleep. It's
people.
Amazing.
My mom's like, yo, you're fucking sick. I really, even people I talk to, I really don't sleep. I used to be one. I always used to go like love going to the gym in the morning. Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my day was a waste if I didn't go.
He really doesn't sleep.
No, yeah, like that's my neighbor
He's
right
the
there.
cameraman.
That's the cameraman, my neighbor.
Sorry.
But yeah, facts. Especially in the summer. I mean, dude, 6:30 to 6:30. I go to the gym. I do training from like, I'll do 8-9 hours of training outside. Fucking sweat my balls off,
Wild.
and then go back to work at
This leads me
6:30.
to my next thing, dude. I don't know if anybody watching is into tattoos. Okay, it's an extremely hard thing to cover, especially when you have a whole sleeve specifically on your left arm. So
Yeah,
this man right here was able to hide pretty much a whole sleeve from both of his parents for how long? Several months?
I think I got this one. Well, they caught me on this one.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's one rule was, don't get a tattoo. You're getting kicked out of my house.
I feel like I was there when he said
I got
that.
this bad boy. My mom caught me in a fucking Instagram picture in the background.
All right, well,
Fucking fed she is.
Yeah.
So I told my pops.
Your own fault.
Told my pops, and he was like, "Oh, I know. Once you get one, you're gonna get a sleeve, just like your jerk off friend Verdi." Like he always loves blaming Verdi. It's comedy. So I'm like, he's like, "You're gonna get a sleeve. I know it." And I'm like, "No." Meanwhile, in my head, I'm like, "Motherfucker, I got 3 more appointments." Like, yeah, I'm getting a sleeve.
Remember you telling me about this.
So I got since November. I got this in November. I got this in February, and I just recently got this one. And I'd be going. The hardest part was probably about 2 weeks ago. My grandma's 80th birthday outside. It was fucking 80 degrees out.
Hoodie on.
Rocking a long sleeve, fucking killing me. Training kids. It was 88 degrees the other day. I'm in a long sleeve, fucking sweating, bro.
I forget who I was with, but I was looking at Instagram, and you just had posted the most recent picture where you had the sleeve like literally wide open, like it obviously had a tattoo.
Bro, it came to the point where everybody, I tell you, my entire extended family knew. Every kid I trained basketball knew. Their parents knew. Everybody at the gym knew. The only 2 people that didn't know were my mother and father.
Amazing. It's honestly,
and my dad goes to the same gym as me.
It's amazing. Yeah.
I'd be working out in a hoodie for 2 hours. I'm like, when is this? And this motherfucker's on the elliptical for an hour and a half. It's gonna fucking come off the track. She's gonna take it home down Richmond Avenue, bro. The guy don't leave. It was a process, man. It was a process, but don't hide your tattoos. Just grow a fucking pair of balls and show your parents. Honestly, that's what I gotta say.
That's the end of the whole message here. Is
we haven't spoken, me and my parents.
It's amazing. I mean, I'm shocked that you were able to go this long.
Yeah, I mean, it fits me, man. I always wanted it.
It came out great.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a great tattoo.
Yeah, Shout out Mike D. Pete and Kubo's, Queens.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Shout out Mike D.
Shout out Mike D.
I heard he does great work.
Great work.
Because he killed Verdi's work. He did very good work on Verdi.
He did Vin's sleeve.
He
killed Vin's sleeve. He did a good job. He's really blowing up.
And what's his? Do we know what his shop is called?
Pete and Kubo's.
Pete and Kubo's. So yeah, Pete and Kubo's. If you want a tattoo.
Ozone Park.
Ozone Park. Who's that? That's Brooklyn.
Queens.
Close enough.
Same shit.
Queens. Ozone Park.
Same shit.
All right, but anyway, we're straight home. So after the surgery, it obviously took a few months. It actually probably took me 2 years or so to really gain the confidence back.
Mm-hmm.
To really feel myself. I don't really feel myself yet, but I started to, it started to come back, and that's when we started to do some interesting stuff. We started to collab. We did that one collab with, me and Steph had the tweet thing.
Mm-hmm.
You at Next Level, and then we got in the gym. We did that video with Joe Latona,
which was heat,
which is fire, and that really, that boosted my confidence even more. It made me feel like we're starting to deliver some pretty good content.
Mm-hmm.
It was an excellent thing, and then we did the toy drive, which was phenomenal. I think people saw that. It wasn't just about, making money or whatever it is.
Yeah, we didn't make $1 off of it.
No, we didn't make $1. How much? Do you remember how much money we ended up spending for that?
Close. No, it was 2,000 something.
I think it was
close to 3,000.
Yeah, which was crazy.
Because I remember we were doing the toys, and the lady was. Remember we went to go scan them ourselves, and it was like fucking chaos.
Yeah. I remember she. we scanned it, and then we had to move. Like we were almost done, and she made us go to another place and start completely over.
Yeah, I mean, we filled up what 4 carts of toys.
I think we had 4 carts. We
probably had well over. I don't want to say what we had well over like 400 toys.
We had a lot of fucking toys,
and that was it was kind of last second too. I mean, we really didn't.
No, I think it was your idea.
Yeah,
it was definitely your idea. Then I mean, we came out with that fire shirt. If you happen to get one of those Be the Different shirts, I don't even have one.
No way.
No, I don't have one. Interesting enough, those tweet shirts we came out with, the cutoffs, the 35. Nah, I don't got one.
Bro, it's funny you say that because even my Next Level shirts, I'd be looking for shirts and I'm like, yo, it's mine. It's my thing. How do I not have shirts?
Don't have it. I don't have it. I took that picture that one day in the olive tank. I gave it to someone the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy how things work out. But we did all these things, and I thought it was great because again, the confidence. I started to realize, okay, like I'm surrounded by people, like-minded people who are interested in growing. Not just, again, the money thing, but like making a difference. I'm pretty sure that was the
whole thing behind it.
It was like be the difference, which is exactly what it did. It made me really think like holy shit, like you know people are really gonna understand like our vision.
Yeah.
It's not just about looking good, but we want to make sure everyone has that same type of feeling.
100%.
And 100%. I really enjoyed that, and I'm excited for what we're gonna do next. I don't know what it's gonna be.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of we had a couple talks and stuff.
Yes.
But obviously, work and we're busy.
Very busy, which it's tough. But we had spoken about doing the 3-on-3 tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would sit and do the podcast, and we obviously have Joe come and video it. And I think that would
a DJ.
We would get a DJ.
I feel like it would hitting up Jack Pisano, getting his food truck there.
Right, you mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it would be relatively easy for us to set it up, but yeah, I think that it's such a realistic. But again, the busyness, like our schedules are pretty packed out. Yeah, the work schedule is pretty brutal.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Yo, you gotta stop. All right?
Yeah, I'm really trying to hold it together here. I see you move in the shadows. Like, you really can't see much with the light, but I see you moving.
Moist over here.
All right. We're good.
I'm gonna start. Where would you start with that?
Yo, I think I'm going to bring it back. I'm like, and back to what you said about surrounding yourself with the right people.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Is it still going?
You're still going.
Oh, thanks. All right. Go on.
Nah, so, like, back to what you said, like, when me, you, Steph worked together, and we got Joe involved with LT, and it is true. Like, you are who you surround yourself with.
Absolutely.
And I say that my boy from college, my boy Red, I still talk to him. I talk to him every single.
He also started the.
He started his own training thing too.
Yeah, he's pretty brocky.
He's big on you are who you surround yourself with, and it's so true. It is so true. Like, to an extent, yeah, people fucking, take it a little overboard with that whole saying, but
yes,
based on
most definitely.
I mean, it's the same thing. All my friends go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Live a healthy lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Make good money.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what,
it's wild. It's pretty wild.
Pretty fucking hot.
Chill out back there, right?
Guns blazing.
Just relax.
Sorry.
But anyway.
Fucking.
But it's a little hot. Oh my god, I'm getting fucking complaints left and right over here.
Now we're good. Let's rock.
But who we surround ourselves with is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and you've probably recognized, like, me specifically, I don't do much of anything that doesn't really,
have a benefit.
If it doesn't, require like any sort of positivity or some type of like personal growth, and I'm not around people who agree with the same thing, then I'm kind of like, well, we're not really going to get along. Like, it's not going to work.
No.
If we're not.
I have no time for those people.
I hate it.
Like, I've gotten to the point where, like, even when they're like someone of that demeanor, like even like talks, I don't even entertain it. I'm like, yeah, all right, yeah, we're all right.
I mean, I feel like we are at the age where it's find what you're passionate about.
Yeah, just fucking do it,
and just do it, and go for it. And if you really enjoy doing it, it's going to work.
I mean, it's true. Look at, like, obviously these bigger brands and stuff like that, but
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love when I go to the gym and I see, like, 8, 9 people in Next Level shirts.
Yeah.
Or I go to the mall and I run into, like, 4 people with a Next Level hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I love that. First of all, the
It's a
support
great feeling.
the support
is a great feeling
from everybody is sick. And then
your support's great. I mean,
just knowing that you know,
I mean, you can
put
have
everything into it.
You can have 100 people showing you negativity, and then there's like that one person showing you support, and that automatically trumps all the negativity. I mean, that's like that shit that never even happened.
Because people don't realize, like, even same with the gym. I'm sure you guys in Tweaked Fitness, like, same thing with me in Next Level. I'll have some days where I'm like, is it even worth all this work?
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
Like, I'll go through where I'll make like $100 throughout the whole week from the training,
right?
Because of people with cancellations and due to the weather, and I'm like, is it even worth it for all this?
Well, you got the COVID thing probably,
but then the COVID thing fucked me pretty good. But no, it's like, and then I snap out of it. Like, I'll go through like these 2 days where I'm like, fuck, I don't even want to go to the gym.
Right.
I don't want to.
You
do,
lose
I don't want
motivation.
to do training today.
But that's where I feel like I've learned where discipline comes in, because I can't tell you how many times, especially after my surgery, like for me to be in the position I am today, it still does require a lot of attention to detail, a lot of work, and a lot of times, like, even certain people would say, "Yo, why do you do so much? Like, why don't you just chill out?" And that's when the discipline comes in. I mean, I feel like although sometimes I might lack the motivation, the discipline is like that little voice in your head that tells you, "Oh, you got to do it.
Yeah,
you have to do it if you want to be, this individual that you want to be someday. You want to have your business grow like Next Level. You got to do it. It doesn't matter if you don't, but if you truly want to work out, you got to fucking do it.
Because there's someone else out there doing it.
Oh yeah,
like, I tell my kids, like, coaching over at C, I tell them, I'm like, dude, like, the 2-hour practice is not enough. You wake up at 6 a.m. There's 200,000 kids waking up at 6 a.m.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, people who really want it, they put in the absolute work. That's just how it is, and it's something I learned very quickly after my surgery is that, like, it's not going to be handed to you.
No, you
got to put in the hours, the days, the fucking years. In my case, you have to put it in order to see some results. That's what another thing that irks me too is some people think that, just because they have that mindset, they think they're gonna achieve something, that it's just gonna happen.
It's easy to say it.
It's crazy that,
but it's another thing to actually do something about it.
But this brings up, like you mentioned, the COVID thing with Next Level. So I can only imagine the difficulties you faced with that. I mean, it's kind of over now. Right.
I mean, I was training, like, credit to the kids too and the parents. Some of the parents are fucking crazy. Like,
I know.
I was outside, hat and gloves in February, like, shoveling snow off my driveway, working out kids, and, like, freezing. I mean, I couldn't even feel my fucking fingers.
I feel like I remember you posting something.
And then, I mean, snowing out. They're coming 2 days a week. I'm working them out. But thank God the weather started getting nice. Like, even now, I'm still not in a gym. I'm still doing my right in my driveway.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not in a gym.
Is that COVID specific?
COVID,
yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, still not in a gym.
In my case, so again, after surgery, I obviously had to go do some like therapy and whatnot, and do physical therapy. I did occupational therapy for a little bit. Then you had vestibular therapy. If you don't know what vestibular therapy is, let's just say
not a fucking clue.
Not a clue.
Not
I figured.
Clue.
What about you, cameraman? You got any
I can guarantee you the answer is no for that.
Zero.
He's not too intelligent.
So it's fine. So vestibular therapy, basically, when you're drunk, you get that, off balance feeling. There's these little balls that are like, you ever see a BB? It's about like the size of a BB, maybe smaller than a BB, in both your ears that are like positioned in a certain way that keeps your equilibrium in a certain way. No, you're not. You fucking reason. But yeah, so mine, because of surgery, were misaligned. They were whatever, fucked up, whatever you want to call it. So it's almost like I am drunk 24/7.
That's crazy.
It's
bro.
wild. It's really is fucked
That's
up.
crazy.
Thing. So I had to do the vestibular therapist, occupational physical. Then I started just going to a regular athletic therapy type place that work on basketball movements.
Dude, I can't do fucking therapy. I hate it.
It's
after like one session, I'm like, yo, fuck that
I have people who say like, oh, I go to physical therapy to like help my knee out.
Yeah.
I think for a sec like I go to physical therapy because I had brain surgery and I have to work on my vestibular system.
Yeah.
Pretty wild. But anywho, COVID happened and all doctors' offices closed down. So all of my therapy got like canceled. Like and that's when I really had to start doing all these workouts on my own. That's when you start seeing me in my yard all the time, working on all that
It's so
shit.
easy to say, I'm not doing that shit.
Oh, what?
Like, fuck that.
It was almost every other day I would wake up and be like, you know what? Maybe it's just going to be an off day today.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sit down. But there was that voice in my head that was saying, you cannot do that.
Yeah.
Cannot. Because
it's so easy to go down that path.
it was, I can't tell you how weird of a feeling it is to get out of your bed and have a balance issue. So, I hope everybody enjoyed this episode of Unpredictable with my guy Connor over here. What do you think? You had some fun? This was good?
It's a little too loud for me.
Too loud?
Fucking screaming.
Yeah,
No, it was good, man. I enjoyed it. I like what you're doing with the podcast, getting everybody involved, telling their side of the story.
Yeah, I love it. I love to hear what everyone thinks.
It's good stuff.
It was an absolute pleasure to sit here for the last.
I mean, we could
40 minutes.
probably sit here for fucking 6 hours, bro.
Yeah, we can sit here for a long
Just
time.
fucking laugh and talk.
But everybody, I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode. Please tell your family, tell your friends, maybe have them tell their family and their friends. Who knows? Maybe they'd like to hear something like this. I don't know. He's got some
good
pretty
stuff, man.
Yeah, he's got some pretty interesting things to say. So, everybody, let's remember it is always a good day to have a good day. I'm going to catch you on the next one.